Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs, and this is SD Gundam G Generation Genesis. We are back, and I don't think I did any grinding since the last time I recorded, but I'm not 100% sure. Either way, we are going to go do the Torrington base stage in Rise from the Ashes, which is their stage 3. Universal Link, of course, Universal Lunk, is going to tie that, I'm sure, to Gundam Unicorn ultimately, but this is the first Torrington base appearance, I believe, so that is where we're at. Let's see what we got. The ecological weapon Astaroth. Causing no direct harm to humans, it acts as a sort of parasitic virus in plants, causing them to grow faster. It wasn't a weapon at first. The parasitic virus was first created by chance during research aimed at improving agriculture in space colonies. With its genes modified to improve growth under the harsh conditions of space, not only should it have helped the colonies, it should have helped in deserts on Earth, too. But every invention has two sides. Astaroth's ability to grow in deserts also entails an ability to grow even faster in forest regions. If Astaroth is unleashed on Earth, it will eventually cause trees to grow so fast that they'll eventually strangle each other. In other words, it would completely destroy all forests on the planet, leaving only corpses of Astaroth itself in the end. Learning of this terrifying property of Astaroth, the Zeon military scientists at California base attempted to burn the sample and all accompanying materials before the base fell. The research should have been halted, the threat eliminated. But their decision was too late. One of the reasons why Cassilia Gazabi's Machiminato unit was deployed at California base was to keep an eye on the Zeon military on behalf of the Zabi family. Their main focus was gathering intel on the Federation, but they also monitored internal Zeon military actions. It wasn't difficult for them to learn of Astaroth's existence. In order to maintain secrecy, Machiminato slaughtered every last researcher and secured a sample along with the necessary data before fleeing California base. It was all for the sake of the Zabi family. Humanity had already lost hundreds of millions of people. With the end of the war finally in sight, Earth was not prepared to suffer any more casualties. Yeah, actually I believe it's thousands of millions of people. I think they said half the population after citing a population of 10 billion earlier in the conversation. So yeah, that's pretty much everybody on Earth right now or close to it. Just gone. Gundam is cheery. But there was a group of people who were willing to destroy an entire planet's biosphere to achieve victory. Machiminato. Lacking the courage to accept the reality of Zeon's impending loss, they took Astaroth with them. The greatest tragedy thinkable was now within the realm of possibility because of the actions of a tiny number of fools. That's usually how it goes. Not only would this mean the Federation losing the war, it could also mean the loss of Earth as a habitable planet. Okay, so we've got to find these guys and hopefully blow them up. Okay, we're back with the White Dingoes. Torrington base. Oops. Hello, Lieutenant Rayer. Sorry about the time. Colonel, the enemy wasn't Machiminato after all? How did you know? If they were Machiminato, you wouldn't need to call me at such an hour. Sharp as ever, I see. You're correct. That unit wasn't Machiminato. Based on our inspection of the mobile suit wreckage, that was a hastily assembled group. Some of those mobile suits were from California base in North America. Related to Machiminato somehow? That's a difficult question to answer. Machiminato probably wasn't the only group that made it out of California base. They were probably a diversionary team sent to give Machiminato a chance to escape. It's possible. So where's the main force? It never takes long to explain things to you. I just received a report. A force mainly comprised of mobile suits is attacking the Torrington base. Apparently they're using DOMs. This would be the first report of Zeon forces using DOMs anywhere in Australia. So in other words, Machiminato's main force must be the ones piloting the DOMs. But Colonel, Torrington is a logistical base with almost no strategic value. Are they raiding the base for supplies? Allow me to explain, Lieutenant. What I'm about to say is highly classified. Although I'm telling you this for the sake of your mission, do not repeat it under any circumstance. If this information leaks, you will find yourself in front of a military tribunal. I understand. Torrington is not actually a logistics base. It's a facility designed to store nuclear weapons. Nuclear? Exactly. The Torrington base has nuclear weapons, which are prohibited by the Antarctic Treaty. The Federation still has nukes? I thought they were all dismantled long ago. The nuclear weapons stored by the Federation at Torrington are a sort of insurance. The odds that if Zeon should ever threaten to use nuclear weapons against us, we can prevent them from doing so by threatening them right back. Well, Makuve already did at Odessa, so, there you go. That's what they're for. But Colonel, why are such important weapons being stored at a place like Torrington? If they were stored someplace more secure, then Machimonado wouldn't be able to get at them. You're coming at it all wrong. The fewer people who know about these nukes, the better. No one pays attention to such a small base. Of course, Torrington base's storage vaults are solidly built, and to enter them you need to release a special computer-controlled lock. Nukes are only protected by a computer lock? There's no need to worry about that. That is to say, there didn't used to be. Torrington is a small base itself, but it was defended by the nearby Charlottesville base. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that. The Charlottesville base was responsible for rushing out to protect Torrington in case of attack. Was? Why are you talking in past tense? Charlottesville is currently being hit by a massive Zeon assault and cannot help defend Torrington. Okay, so it's possible that Machimonado doesn't know about the nukes. It's just if Charlottesville was used to protect Torrington, then Torrington would be a good place to occupy to mount a siege against Charlottesville. Unfortunately, we're not sure if the attack on Charlottesville is related to the attack on Torrington. The plan might be to have the Zeon forces besiege Charlottesville so that Machimonado can conduct a surprise attack on Torrington base. However, it's still conceivable that the attacks on the two bases are completely unrelated to each other. Yeah, it could be, like I said, could be the other way around. But either way, Charlottesville base has nothing it can send to help protect Torrington. And Machimonado probably knows about the nuclear weapons at the Torrington base. Yeah, I'm sure Cassilia's personal guard has some good espionage people. So you're sending us to Torrington? Exactly. In a situation like this, your White Dingo team is the only choice for the job. Anyway, the unit attacking the Torrington base is definitely Machimonado, so not only can you defend the nuclear weapons, you can also retrieve the Astaroth at the same time. 2 birds with 1 stone? That's about the size of it. Will you do it? Of course. We'll give it our all. Then I await good news. Okay. You're attacking Torrington base? Yes, the Federation base at Torrington is a minor logistics base, isn't it? It doesn't have any strategic value. What's Machimonado doing attacking a place like that? Why not join us in the Charlottesville base attack? Okay, so it is unrelated. Apparently they're operating on some information that they have and we don't. Information? Weren't they headed for the Huondon HLV base? Don't tell me they figured out our plan. No, we don't know what they're thinking, and likewise they don't know our plan either. Anyway, when they started attacking Torrington, our plans were almost ready anyway. We're in the final phase, so it wouldn't do to have them foolishly jeopardize things. Machimonado should have no problem whatsoever taking Torrington base. Turns out we might actually send them into space after all. What a mess. Excuse me, Commander Uriah. It's a report from Lieutenant Maya. Go ahead. Very strong encryption on this one. What's this? Was another supply depot destroyed? Captain, we've figured out what those Machimonado fools are up to. Are they trying to drive humanity to extinction? Who knows? I'll read it. We have successfully deciphered secretly copied data files of Special Forces. Likelihood that Torrington base contains top-secret nuclear Federation stockpile is high. Charlottesville base exists to defend Torrington base. Information source is very reliable. Machimonado fled to Australia with goal of obtaining nuclear weapons. That's it. I thought they were all gone. Yuri, we can't allow Machimonado to succeed. There's no guarantee that they won't use them. No, we should assume that they will use them. They're willing to use bioweapons too, after all. How will we prevent them from taking the base? Unless we redirect some of our men from Charlottesville, we won't have enough to attack Machimonado as well. I know that. We'll have to come up with some kind of solution. True. Federation must also be moving its forces towards Torrington base. Right. That possibility had slipped my mind. Maybe somebody could open up an attack route for the Federation unit to use. Just don't attack that Federation unit at all so they can slip right in. If the Federation unit destroys Machimonedo, that will solve our problem nicely. True, Yuri, but who do we have to take care of that for us? We've got someone. Turns out our luck isn't that bad after all. We should be able to deploy an MS team at Torrington. Mobile suit team? Why are they near Torrington instead of participating in the attack on Charlottesville? They were at a rear depot repairing damage. As luck would have it, some new models were going to be sent to California base. Instead of repairing their current machines, they just switched to those. A mobile suit team with the newest models. So who is that? The Thunderbolt of the Wilderness. It's Lieutenant Junior Grade Vish Donahue. He's piloting the latest MS model, a Gelgoog. Okay, so we will have Vish Donahue's Gelgoog possibly on our side from the sound of things. But let's see what's going on. Is Machimonedo attacking Torrington? That's right, Mike. We haven't confirmed that it's Machimonedo, but they're using DOMs, so it can't be anyone else. The Torrington base is where the Federation keeps its nukes, isn't it? Leung, you seem to know a lot of strange information, although you always refer to it as rumors. Are you really just a mobile suit pilot? Do I not look like just a mobile suit pilot? No, you kind of don't. I mean, you don't have a cop mustache, but, you know, you just kind of... You have the aura of a cop mustache, so it's just one of those things. Nope, at the very least, normal mobile suit pilots don't do weird things like you do. They do stupid things, like Mike. That's true. Hey, I see. I guess I'm more cut out for intel. Are you admitting to being a spy? Hey now, come on, no one said anything about a spy, Anita. Leung's no spy. Well, to tell the truth, I am an intelligence agent working directly for Jaburo HQ. My mission is to protect the secrecy of the nuclear weapons stored at the Torrington base. That nuclear stockpile needs to remain top secret. You really are an agent? And the nukes are real? What the hell's going on? I thought they'd all been dismantled. So that's why you were sent to us? As you say, Anita, most have been dismantled. Just not all of them. That's why I was sent here to Australia. Tell the truth, by revealing myself to you now, I may be subjected to a court-martial. But we're all on the same team, so I thought you should know the truth. Court-martial? What are you saying? Didn't I just explain in my briefing that there are nukes in Torrington base? Earl Stanley himself just gave me permission to reveal this to the 4 people here. The fact that your rumors tend to be true is no grounds for something as crazy as a court-martial. The Federation doesn't have time to worry about rumors. Sir. Oh, so you really were a spy, Leung. So sneaky. It's okay. I mean, it's more fun to hold back at least one secret from your buddies, wouldn't you say? Right. And besides, White Dingo members are all a bunch of weirdos anyway. You'd expect at least 1 or 2 intelligence agents to be in the mix. Who are you calling weird? Mike, when it comes to White Dingo weirdos, you're at the top of the list. I'm sorry for not saying anything. You have nothing to apologize for. You were just doing your job. Isn't that enough? You're not mad, are you? You've saved our bacon time and time again. Who'd get mad at someone for saving their life? Let me say just one thing, then. What's that? You might be even more suited as a mobile suit pilot than an intelligence agent. Yes, I've noticed the same thing. My original mission only involved responding to any specific threat to the nuclear weapons at Torrington base. Like this one, the Osteroth threat was not part of my original mission. But other than that, my duty was to White Dingo as just another ordinary team member. I'm fully aware that you've been giving all to your responsibilities as a member of the team. Anyway, that's enough of that. We've almost arrived at Torrington. This operation is of vital importance to the future of the Earth Federation forces. Stay vigilant. Yes, sir. We'll carry out our mission perfectly, as always. Yeah, we're a team. Okay, let's see what we're doing. That's like 15 minutes of dialogue before we're actually getting into things. And we're not done yet. Team Leader Donahue, how's the new machine running? Smoothly. It's a lot more powerful, that's for sure. That machine's state-of-the-art. I'm so jealous. And Team Leader, I have an urgent communication from Octopus. From Octopus? Who's it from? Watch your tongue, Lieutenant Junior Grade. I'm a rank above you, you know. Ah, Lieutenant Maya. Just so you know, I won't be returning this Gelgoog to you. Is that how you speak to a superior officer? When you want to keep your Gelgoog, yeah. Perhaps you need to take a moment to reflect on all you've done up to this point. I regret to inform you, but I'm a woman who lives in the present and the future, not the past. I'm calling to relay Captain Walter's commands. Why isn't he calling me directly, and why is an Octopus lieutenant calling on his behalf? Never mind all that. Communication lines are tied up these days, and this is a top-secret mission after all. Top-secret mission? Do you know about the Machimonado Special Forces? Ah, yes, those guys. First-class equipment, second-class pilots, third-class human beings. Okay, I like that description. What about them? I'll forward an encrypted communication to you now. The decryption key is my birthday multiplied by 2, followed by the day we broke up. I'm assuming you remember. I remember, although to be honest, I wish I could forget. It was such a long time ago. I thought you were a woman who lives in the present and the future. Let's see. What's this, nukes? Lieutenant, don't read any more of it out loud. This mission is not one that should exist. Do you have it memorized now? As if I could forget it. I'm not sure I ever will. Then delete that file. See, I'm also a woman who lives for her work. Never forget that. How do I explain this to my subordinates? The nasty objects of the Torrington base. I can't just flat out tell them. I'll leave that up to your judgment. I'd tell them nothing for their sake. Have to attack our own men. Don't you think they should know the reason why? You're an officer, aren't you? Do you really want to add to their stress? I mean, that's what bosses are for. Don't officers have to do their duty even if it causes everyone under them to hate them for it? How else can you send them into the jaws of death? Understood. I'll keep it to myself. There's no need to look so glum about it. You're being too sensitive. Why not imagine something positive? Like what? Federation might wipe Machimonado out for us. Wouldn't that be nice? It would, so let me root for the Federation on this one. Alright. That's not a position I'd get used to. Okay, so 10 DOMs. September 26th, UC0079, Torrington Base. Excuse me, 19 DOMs. And sneezing. What a huge computer system. Can you do it? These computers control nuclear weapons. Getting past the security won't be an easy matter. All I need is time, though. Lieutenant Commander? I know. Let us begin. Understood. To think that the Federation's been hiding nukes in such a remote location all this time. It'll be an excellent gift for Lady Cassilia. Lieutenant Commander, I've succeeded in breaking the password. It was password. I knew you could. How much longer do you need to unlock the system? As long as there are no interruptions, I'd say about 5 turns or so. 5 more turns. Alright, then I grant it. 5 turns. Yeah, that's great. That's fantastic. Ensign, anything out of the ordinary over there? Nothing at the moment. Good. Stay alert, though. I'll need 5 more turns, that is, unless something interrupts me. Only 5 turns until the treasure chest is open. I'll take care of the nukes, you just keep your eyes peeled. Understood. Okay. Hi. It's 4 on 19, that's not a big problem. I've detected something, Team Leader, a Fate EM signal. It's definitely a mobile suit. Can you tell what type it is? There's no record for it in the Oasis database. However, based on infrared radiation levels and patterns, it seems to be a DOM. Team Leader, I can see we're just in time. We better be, Leon. If we were late, I'd probably wind up in prison. Alright, how should we launch our attack? Anita, can you connect to the Torrington base system from here? You mean use the Oasis computer to connect to the Torrington system? I should be able to. Give it a shot. If the enemy's on guard, it must be because they're busy attempting to steal the nukes. They're probably still working on unlocking the stockpile. Team Leader, are you asking me to somehow prevent? At least try to stop them, Anita. I'm not asking you to fix the system. All you need to do is interfere with their work. Shouldn't that be easy enough? Isn't interfering with people's work your specialty, though, Mike? Anita, how's it look? Yes, I should be able to disrupt the system. I've never attempted this during a battle, but I have actually trained for it before. I know more about Federation Forces computers than they do, certainly, but there's just one problem. What's that? I don't know what kinds of people they have in Machimonado, but since they were planning on attacking Torrington, they must know about the lock. They wouldn't have launched a frontal attack unless they had at least some knowledge and experience. Take on someone like that, it'll require all of the Oasis's processing power. In other words, you can't support us at the same time. In a word, yes. In the worst case scenario, the enemy might even be able to take control of the Oasis computer. Since we'll need to prevent that while interfering with the enemy's work, not only will we lose its support, we won't even be able to move it. Alright, Anita, give priority to those nukes. Our objective is not destroying those DOMs, it's preventing them from acquiring those nukes. We should be able to do that without Oasis. Understood. As long as you're not focused on winning, there are all sorts of ways to avoid losing. Alright, Oasis will start accessing Torrington Base now. Good luck. So that's where we stand. We won't be able to move Oasis. We have to destroy those alerted DOMs while taking over the Torrington Control Tower. Which is there. So, the target point we need to reach is right there. Go in as far as that tower. Machimonado must be in there working as hard as they can to unlock the computer system. Let's go in and overpower them while Oasis is preventing them from doing so. I've succeeded in accessing the Torrington base computer, but there's only 5 turns until they get past that computer lock. Those guys know what they're doing. We're running out of time. Let's hurry. Move to the target point and take control of the tower before they undo the lock in 5 turns. Yes, sir. Well, it's been really good at races. Okay. Ah, good. I was about to say, I hope I get to use my teams, because with 19 DOMs in tow, I kind of need to. Okay, I've still got the issue of the Psycho Doga not being ground-worthy and not being able to take a sub-flight system. I could, however, put something else on Goat, and I think I'd be able to deploy this, so... Though, I am a little bit more interested in finally getting the mass production high new Gundam and a couple other things to a higher level. Let's see. Yeah, we will. Okay, yeah, we're going to take the Zanzibar and the White Base, so I'm going to temporarily swap the Psycho Doga out, unless I can develop it into something cool. I could just make it into one of the Yog Dogas, but I kind of want to see what that is. I'm thinking it'll be the Alpha Zero, but let's see. I could make any one of those, but yeah, I'm just going to swap it out for now. What do I have that I would like to run? Deep Striker is not it. Let's see. Well, I do like the Riga Z Custom, so let's take it out. Maybe? Maybe. Anything else I'd like to level? Oh, that's right. I have a Just a Cannon. Let's take that. That's got to be at least a better mobile suit than the Riga Z Custom, maybe? Maybe, he says. But, okay, yeah, we're good. White Base here. And Zanzibar here. Which also has a compatibility issue. It's probably the Masala. Let's check that real quick before I deploy. Alright. Zanzibar. It is the Masala, but the Masala can put a sled under itself. Rhino's on board. Everything else should be ground-worthy. Especially... Yeah, we're good. Okay, yeah, as far as I can tell, the only thing that absolutely is going to need a sled is the Masala. I wonder, can it, if I transform it... Nope, it does not. It is not rated for midair, so even transforming it, I'll have to leave it as a mobile suit and put it on a sled. But I can take it, so we're ready to roll. Okay, let's do this and then save. Start stage. Any member of White Dingo must arrive at target area within 5 turns. To meet the challenge, any member must arrive within 4 turns. Okay. Alright, yeah, saving. And, wow, 24 minutes in, I'm actually getting to play. That's just, you know, that's how it is, but geez. So, we'll see how long this takes. If it's over an hour, I will probably split it into 2 episodes, but we'll see how that goes. I kind of play it by ear, honestly, in terms of what I do and don't do as whole episodes. So, alright, so ships are going to go forward. And they are going to... bombardment? Yeah, gonna bombard this Dom. Just a plain old Dom. Good hit, 5490. Have one of my people follow up on that in a second. Zanzibar moving forward. Bombard the Dom. Not surprisingly, White Base's crew is more experienced, so had a higher chance of success. So, alright, well, first things first, Base Jabber is the mid-air version. I'll use the Xeon Remnants one and throw the Masala at it. If I'm lucky, it'll be in attack range or something. Nope, just barely not. I don't think there's any way I could have done it that it would be, so oh well. Okay, so it'll just sit here, and it'll be ready to move on its own next turn. Gonna hold Haman in reserve for whatever comes next. Let me deal with the top group first. Well, let's try out Goat's Just a Cannon, which, yep, does have the range I need. Beam Cannon, 100% chance of hitting, 80% chance once correcting for dodge. So... Oh, I like that Beam Cannon. It's neat. And that Dom is dead. Okay, that's one down. That'll give him a chance step, and I'm gonna clear out the front row for the dingoes and move them forward. Is my thought for turn one. I guess I'll go with the quadruple multi-launcher just so I can watch it work, and also, since it's continuous attack, even though it has a lower damage rating than the other one, it may actually do more. Well, that's definitely continuous, and is, you know, launching multis, and it did do more damage. Not quite enough, but more. Okay, something about being noisy, or possibly just shut up, I'm not sure which. Basically, the Japanese word for shut up is just, like, noisy, so... As in, you are being noisy. Okay. And... Alright. Anybody's mobile suit close to leveling? Like, appreciably. No, so I'll send out the Guards Gear Zulu to, make the first shot. Beam machine gun, go. Since it's trying to return fire, we have a 100% chance of success. And... Okay. And there we go. Alright, that's a couple of them down. Chance step. Let's see. Attack. Okay, I've got to get a couple spaces closer. I think that, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, like I said, my first priority is the front row, preventing the dingoes from moving up. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about the get gauge on the gun cannon MPT yet. I'm going to leave that, because, for one thing, I have one, and I'm hoping that it will have its own get gauge. Probably not, but... The fun thing about units that you acquire by putting a specific pilot with them is, I think I showed last time, you actually just, they turn back to whatever they were when you remove the pilot. It's weird. Okay, the Rhino is almost leveled, so I'm going to send Anaros forward to kill that. Okay, it has no no short-range weapons. But yeah, I'll send her out. It only has 16,000 health, so... let's see. This is the cheapest. It should be more than enough. Let's do it. Yep, that's good. Mobile armors are pretty solid. And that's the level, so... And we'll put it into attack because... Yeah, this thing, I want to hit as hard as possible. Machine gun is not quite enough. We'll try the... Okay, that will absolutely obliterate one of them, which I guess is okay. Then I'll chance step forward and get one of the other ones. Yep, anti-ground, 9,700. It's dead. No sin there. But I'd like to just weaken things and let my other people do this if possible, so... Arm machine gun, it's going to bazooka right back, which actually could be dangerous. How dangerous, though? Pretty dangerous, actually. Okay, well, that being the case, see, Ryo doesn't really need to level anymore, as I recall. I really want to get the new Gundam mass production leveled soon, so I can see what the last choice in line with it is, so... let's throw out some incoms and get this going. There we go. Okay, chance step. Let's see. Beam cannon. See how that does. Only has a 32% chance of being countered, which is good. So, evaded. Good. And vigor is up. That's excellent. Johnny cannot get in range, but I'm going to move him forward. because I want him to be in range next turn. Here is my gun cannon MPT, which is hopefully going to finish this guy off. Nope. Yes, actually. Okay, yeah, my gun cannon and my mic did pretty well with that, so... And he will chance step on forward and take a pot shot at this Dom. Which dodged. That's fine. Okay. I'm sure that for tax purposes, my mic and my gun cannon MPT does not count as a White Dingo member for the challenge. But so far in team on turn 1, we are doing pretty well. I'm going to send the Fritz Helm forward, let it Zaku Bazooka this thing, take some damage if it has to. 3709's a good start. Dodged. Good on you. Okay. Goof Custom going out. Ah, good. It can get into the Dom's blind spot and use its heat wire. Perfect. Let's watch that. And Goof Custom coming in. And have... Oh, wow. That's surprising. Luckily, again, the Dom has no attacks at range 2, so we're good. As always, I'm going to try and hold back the excess just because it is OP. If I run into a challenge I absolutely need it for, it's here. I mean, heck, the Zeku's Y is pretty OP too, so... One OP unit at a time, especially, you know... Especially when I can club them to death. Okay, not quite to death, but yeah, it's pretty close to death. Who else can come out? Titan's Isaac, I think, needs to get another level or 3. But it also can't get close enough. I'll just bring it out now. Haimo Gelgug should have the grenade launcher. Maybe that's a Johnny thing, but... Well, Cubile Mark II can do it, even though I think the Cubile is kind of a closed circle in terms of development. So I'll move up and saber that other Dom, and the other ones will probably move in on us, so... Or I could just beam it in the face. Let's beam it in the face. Kind of stay in front of the dingoes so that they, so that we distract them, hopefully. Good shot. Yeah, you're not going to hit that thing. You are not going to hit it at all, sorry. Well, there's still the powered gym, which can't get close enough. And the gun cannon, which can, so, or I assume can. Nope. Only has a range of 7, which is not enough. So that is... Unless I want to deploy Haman, which, as I've said, I kind of don't. Yeah, Haman and XS will just stay and watch until things get really bad, so... Okay, hit us. Okay. I'm gonna go for the counter. Beam machine gun. Dodged. Killed. Very nice. Vigor up, that's good. The rest of the Doms are sitting still, so all we have to do is 4 turns left. Okay, so I'm going to move the White Dingoes first this time, because I want them to go as fast as they possibly can. And we will let the, you know, we'll let my folks clear the road. Let's see, I'm going to have Goat start with the Jesta Cannon. Beam Cannon out, and we'll start on the stuff directly in front of the dingoes. You know, with their movement speed, I'm wondering if they're going to be fast enough to get there in time. Let's see.